Extension. All right. My people, we are about to get this stream started. Let's see. So I want to break down exactly how we was able to caught this move, and if you were actually on the stream yesterday, you would see where it said, holy shit, why is this echoing? 1 second. If you was on the stream yesterday, you would see where it said basically, at our key level, on the top up here, we could expect gold to come and smack it. So honestly, we could have catch a more cleaner entry if we did have our sell limit here, but this is why we had our buy stop above our resting area. And I'll explain what I mean by above our resting area a little later into the stream. This is going to be a pretty short stream, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I need a shower, go to the gym, do some different shit. But listen, this is exactly a perfect demonstration of how you can get 150 pips and get the fuck out of the market, right? And this is what I wanted to show. Well, technically 160 pips, and I wanted to show you all how you could have expected a move as clean as this, because as you can see, it basically reacted from our point, and I was going to say 33.13, but I didn't want to take that risk with all of you. But like I said, hold on 1 second. Yes, sir. Exactly, bro. Fucking exactly. Got my nigga Nick. Okay, I'm gonna be giving away one challenge account. The reason why I said I could give away a challenge account is basically just because this prop hit me up, and for the giveaway, I'm supposed to do it for its profit page. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram as well too. I didn't get to send them all the names yet, just because I had to go through each account individually that commented, make sure they're following my page, make sure they liked at least 3 of our photos. There was a lot of manual work. So instead of 6 accounts, I technically have 8 accounts to give away. I was going to give away 2 accounts to 2 of my students, but my students were not active this week inside the Discord, so no one gets that. So we're going to give those to 2 people on the fucking stream. Let's go back over gold. And honestly, I was going to look for another entry today just because I got a new funded account. And I'm like, shit, payouts on the 30th, just because of the deal I made with that prop. So I'm like, shit, should I, take a trade to at least build a buffer, or wait until Thursday or Friday or tonight's session. And guess what we decided to do, gang? We will wait until tonight's session, because if you remember from yesterday, or you could go back and watch the stream, I mentioned something very important, which is called the ADR, the average daily range. Go and ask ChatGPT about this. Go Google it. Go and YouTube it. ChatGPT is probably better than YouTube now, but this is what it's called, ADR. And just figure this out. What's the ADR for the pair you're trading? Like, ask ChatGPT. Make sure to say you're trading inside the forex market. Forgive me for my camera being off for this specific stream. It's just really and truly because I have not showered yet. I have not brushed my hair. I look crazy, so I don't want to put my camera on, to be honest. I hope everyone can respect that. All good, bro. Take your time. By you explaining the breakdown of this trade is very helpful to study to take for the day. I appreciate you for that as well, Nick. Let me actually post them live. Give me a second. Sorry, I got a friend over. My dogs are going crazy. Nico, silence. Alright, bet. Sorry about that, team. Alright, bet. So, let's just play this over here. Shit. Alright. So, remember, I want you to go to ChatGPT, ADR. Ask ChatGPT, what is the ADR? Let's just say GBP, JPY. I trade it in the Forex markets using my broker. I guess just be as detailed as you can. Pretty good question. Just ask ChatGPT to figure out what is the ADR for your pair. For myself, let's actually do it for let's actually do it for gold. Let's do it for gold. I want to show you guys. How do I switch my screen again? Holy shit, I keep forgetting about this whole, 1 second. Let's fix this. Alright, there we go. It's good for now. We're going to switch back to trading anyway. So, how to make my dick 12 inches big. Nah, I'm playing. Yo, that's a good morning laugh. Okay, cool. What is the ADR for popular travel destination zero? What the fuck? How's that even a question? What is the ADR for XAUUSD? I trade it in the forex markets on the proper FTMO. Fuck it. Let's see what this ChatGPT says, and let's see what it gives us. From the last month of data, May 26th to June, XAU's average daily title is approximately 206 per troy ounce. Okay, definitely not what I want. Okay, cool. So the average ADR is, man, they're giving me so much, these big ass terms we don't need to do. So in pip terms, usually 0.01 to $1. Okay, cool. That's about 20,600 pips, huge compared to Forex majors. So I'm assuming they're counting in ticks more than pips, to be honest. But depending on your risk management, yes, cool. Daily swings well over 200 pips. There we go. That's what we're looking for compared to 80 pips for your USD. Average daily range $206 per day, about 20,600 pips. I'm assuming this is meaning 206, as you can see if we're counting over here. But this will give you an example. But to be honest, this has to simplify, as I'm not that educated. Speak to me as if I'm a dummy for this example. Example 3,000 to 3,100 is 1,000 pips in the Forex market. Cool. So it broke down ADR as well too, which is pretty cool. That just means how much gold moves up and down in a day, not just a one clean move, obviously, like I already expressed to everyone. So this is very important. You need to understand what is the ADR of any pair you're trading, okay? I explained this yesterday very clearly on the call that if you do not know what is the ADR of your pair, you'll be setting unrealistic day trading targets, okay? Or scalping targets. This is very important to understand. For example, an asset like Bitcoin, if you're trading this, it's, you could expect to see a 10,000 pip drop, a 10,000 pip ride in like a day or some shit like that, right? But will it happen every single day? No, it's not likely to do that, right? If it was, that probably would be the most traded pair, and brokers can tell you gold is basically the most traded pair on most brokers, most prop firms, right? One of the most biggest brokers right now basically says gold, Exodus says gold is their most traded asset, right? So yeah, cool. You need to know what is the average daily range for your pair. Is super important. It says, so what's the ADR? Gold moves about $206 per day. That means from high to low in a day, usually around $206. That's about 20,600 pips per day. That's wild to see that much movement. So that means if you're scalping, gang, bro, if you're scalping, you could make a fucking bag. But should you try to catch all of these moves? No, gang. You legit only need 150 to 200 pips of this whole fucking movement to make bread. The problem, what I see now with a lot of traders, everyone is treating trading like gambling, like a hobby. Trading is not a hobby unless you're doing it for a hobby, right? And if you're doing it for a hobby and using real capital, my friend, just send me the fucking money. For real. Just send me the bread, let me do that for you. But, so pay attention to the average daily range of your pair. We're trading gold. If you're on this stream, I hope you're most likely interested in trading gold. So this is super important to understand. You only need 150 to 200 pips of this. If you catch 500 of the movement, that's clean. But understand that it's not going to do 20,600 pips in one clean move. This is counting the total up and down movements, the total movement on the whole of this specific asset, right? Cool. If gold goes from 23,000 to 25,000, that's a $200 move, right? Because we're counting the price itself, not counting the pips or the money you're earning. We're counting the actual price of this asset, okay? Which is 20,000 pips. Same energy as the example that I gave above. If you all can see it here, simplifies this, I'm a dummy, not educated, speaking as if I'm a dummy for this example, blah, blah, blah. Why it matters for you and I just gave FTMO as an example so we can understand what market I'm trading, not futures or anything like that at all. But that's a big range, so don't over leverage. Obviously, like I said, you can easily catch 1,000 to 5,000 pips in one trade if you time it right, 100%. But if your SL is too tight, gold will knock you out. You don't play nice. LOL, speaking of like a dummy for real. So as you all know, I started now using stop losses of 70 to 80 pips, and it's just because of the way gold moves. I know some people say, oh, you could catch the most cleanest entry and use 20 pips, bro. You can do that on a Forex pair, yes, but on gold, bro, anyone who tells you they know what the fuck gold is going to do is bullshitting, right? Unless they work for JP Morgan or something like that. But I work for JP Morgan inside the financial sector that handles the market making, right? Not just anyone that just works there, right? But this is why it's so important to give your trade room to breathe, and this is why we use proper risk management, okay? This is why we're using, 0.5 0.3 to 0.7 max risk per trade because of the type of leverage and stop loss we're using. So this means that if we do a 1 to 3 trade, we're using like a standard lot size, one standard lot, one volume, right? That will be $700 you're losing if you hit stop loss doing a 0.7 risk. If you do hit a 1 to 3 trade, that'll be about $2,100 you earn from that trade. If it's a 1 to 2, $1,400. You feel me? So it's like understanding your specific KPI. Oh my god, I think my stream is actually glitching, gang. Forgive me. I'm about to end this in a minute after I break down the whole gold trade as well. But this is just an example of what I mean by when I say it's very important understanding ADR, because it helps you manage your risks better. So it's very important to pay attention to specific things, okay? Now let's dive back into, holy smokes, I don't want you guys to see my playlist actually. We're gonna switch back to the next chart in a second. Let me play this bang for you guys when I switch.
I don't blame you, now that you're done with me. Where we go now? Now that you're done with me, I don't blame you. You should be done with me. I don't blame you. You should be done. Wow. Should we even talk about it?
Alright, bet. So now, oof. Man, I know that would have been a solid long entry. Oh my god, I took too long explaining. All good, all good, all good. But yeah, so ideally, like I expressed yesterday, we seen our level here when it comes to you know, where I saw the market heavily reacted from. But this is also a solid key level where I know, okay, cool, once price falls below this, once Trump starts talking about he's attacking Iran, people are obviously gonna, bro, people love fucking war. Bro, I don't know why people, humans love violence, gang. And it's why whenever you see fights going on as well, you have a group of people that always does what? Record the fight. They're not recording it for the protection of the person or recording it for security. They're recording it for entertainment. People love war. As much as we hate to be in the war, people love war. I'm a man. I also love the Navy SEALs. I love guns. I love these things. Do I love the fact of killing innocent people? Hell no. Hell no. But because people aren't in it, they aren't thinking about that, right? The people that are sponsoring these wars, if it was them being attacked, they would not be putting their money up. Who knows? Maybe they would, right? But this is just an example of how I knew the US dollar would have performed way better than gold, because I know people love these things. The most wealthiest people love to sponsor wars. Money is made from this, not just in just the war itself, but in the fucking markets, right? So whatever they paid to be in the markets, they're making 100x this shit somewhere else, okay? Where are they making it? I don't know. I know the markets is one of the things. I know some other investments, like maybe the guns they're selling, or sometimes they give guns for free. Like, I don't know the exact specifics because I'm not 100% interested inside wars. But, I mean, in the games I'm interested in wars, but not in real life wars. I hate death, obviously. Would I kill a motherfucker? Hell yeah, if they send me off to war, I definitely would if I have to. But it's like, that's not my MO. Now, that was one of the biggest fundamental factors that led to me, you know, I think if you guys are inside my other Discord, you'd see that, hey, if we fall below 33.45, we're going to be looking for a crazy sell-off to 3,300 area, which we did get that sell-off. Oh, man, I ripped my skin and I'm bleeding. Jesus Christ, all good. But that was one of the biggest factors that led to that whole aspect, right? Now, sorry. You know I lost my Kindle? What the fuck? Oh man. Okay, cool. Looking at a message real quick. But so that was one of the biggest factors that led to me even actually taking that trade. Remember, you could get all your fundamental news from forexlive.com. It gives you headline news. Forexlive.com, then myfxbook.com, Then we also got investing.com. Then we got ft.com for Financial Times. But Financial Times is definitely a paid platform. You get some shit for free, but not all the good shit. But I would say you don't need to pay for it, bro. ChatGPT is here. You get almost anything for free. Now, let's look how we actually figured out the entry for our pair. So, damn, I think I deleted there we go. This is where we entered from around here. Okay, cool. So I originally saw where price came back up and tried to smack close to our 33.66 area, and this 100% confirmed to me that, okay, we're going to see a rejection off of this level just because it's a very high key level, and we will see in the future price will reject from this area until price breaks 3,400 or 3,300 as well. When I say break it, I mean stay below or stay above these areas. Okay, now I was 100% confident that price would have wicked this, but what I've experienced with gold is when I put my entry areas to the exact point what I'm expecting, I would miss it by a pip sometimes, right? So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's just put it resting above our area. Now, what is our area? Area is basically any area on the chart you identify for whatever it is you want it to be, okay? Don't get it confused. Let's not complicate it. So if I say I want it to rest above our highest, our strongest support level, right? Or our strongest support area, which would be here on the most recent time frame, I'll say, okay, cool, we look for an entry at the body and then put our stop loss below the wick, okay? So this is basically the whole area right here, okay? Let's not complicate it. So when I said above our area, I meant above basically where I was looking for an original entry, because remember, what I said in the other streams as well is gold always reacts from the numbers 3, 5, and 7. So I know the max it would have come to was that 7 area. You could see it came almost close to it before doing a strong reversal, okay? So this is just the basics of understanding your specific pair, your specific influence, and this helps you for entries and exits. Now, don't get me wrong. Would this have been a way cleaner entry? Oh my God, of course it would have been. But we risk missing it by a few pips, because I could promise you on some broker, okay, 36, I'm not gonna lie. Missing a whole 10 pips is still definitely possible based on spreads and other shit. But it's like on some brokers, you would notice that shit, right? And it's like, maybe we could have put entry 33, 35 and it still would have been pretty clean. That would have been about, let's see, 200 pips. That would have been a nice 200 pip move. But the whole point is that we earned a nice, decent profit on a fucking Tuesday night. Plus we got Wednesday tonight where we're going to slaughter. Thursday, we're going to slaughter. Friday, we may not trade in the morning. But it's like, these is just understanding the whole pair. Now, how do we manage this trade, okay? Oh, shit, hold on. How do we manage this trade? Personally, I didn't adjust no stop loss or take profit just because it was pretty late in the night, I'm not gonna lie. But I explained how you should have done this on the last stream, but let's just go over it again. If I was going to if I was going to basically be managing this trade, I don't know if I'd manage a 150 pip move, but if I was going to be managing this trade, first of all, as soon as TP1 smack, I would have moved my stop loss in profit. Now, after I seen it smack this area here and it was coming back up, honestly, I probably would have adjusted my stop loss and move it back just because I'm like, okay, no price is going to break. I definitely 100% no price is going to break, but we could see, you know, it's gold, it's being volatile, and you can see right here in this area, we're in a 1 hour time frame, so it's not showing what's really happening. But right in this area, we can see we had a lot of resistance on the upside, okay? Now, let's see what happened. Came down, smack our area. What we drew out yesterday, and I explained what this area was, came back, smack it, came back, smack it. So it's like, damn, should you close? And I explained, once you see accumulation, so that's 15, that's 30 minutes, that's 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour. So that's about 2 hours basically of just this whole back and forth. So I might have closed my trade and do a re-entry right at this area, okay? So I had to wait to see. No, I would have put a sell stop actually like 25. So I had to put a sell stop at 25. So remember 3, 5, and 7. Don't forget these numbers, gang. I would have put a sell stop at this specific area. Along with that, then I'd have put my TP back at this area. That would have been about 100 pips, and I'd have used a 50 pip stop loss, okay? So this is how I would have managed that trade specifically if I was watching it live, but it was pretty late, so I wasn't watching it. But this basically breaks down that whole move when it comes to gold. Do I personally believe that we can see a drop on gold today? It is 100% possible we can see price come back up to this area and then riding up to the upside, okay? I initially expected it to reach 32.87, but as we could see, it wicked to another major support area. So what we can see happening today, if there's no resistance on market open, this would be my thoughts for the week, to be honest. If I'm being real honest, this would be my thoughts for the week. If price does not break 3,300 again, I'll send this inside the Discord actually, just so it could be here so you all can see it. Alright, sweet, just sending both Discords. But yeah, that basically breaks down the whole gold trade, how he was able to caught it, the whole management that are done for it. Looking to see everyone tonight on our